Good morning and Shabbat Shalom, day 560. Since 59 hostages have been brutally, barbarically, violently, and inhumanely were kidnapped to the hell called Gaza by the inhumane, barbaric, rapist, modern-day Nazis, monsters of Hamas, Palestinian Islamic Jihad, UNRWA, the UN, Al Jazeera, the Red Cross, and just ordinary, regular civilians with the help of Qatar, who are all Hamas, and Egypt, and of course Iran. We are here every morning, never giving up, to demand from these inhumane, barbaric, rapist, modern-day Nazis, monsters, to surrender and let all of the 59 hostages go immediately, at once, all together, in one phase, in one bus, and no one is left behind, and Israel should give up nothing, especially not end the war. Hamas rejected another proposal, Israel continuously offering them ceasefire proposal with request begging to demand X amount of hostages. This time it was 10 hostages. Hamas declined, rejected it. Why? Because they will only agree, according to them, they will only agree to a ceasefire that includes a promise, a commitment for Israel to withdraw all troops from Gaza, to end the war and basically surrender and let construction start and rebuild Gaza. They want us to act as if nothing happened on October 7. We can just walk away, get off our backs, go back to Israel, get all the troops out, end the war, and let us live as normal, as nothing happened, and they will continue rebuild. They want to rebuild, but they will continue rearm, regroup, and plan the next attack, as they have promised. They have not. They're not done. Their goal is to annihilate Israel, and they barely did any damage. They did huge damage, of course, the worst massacre that Israel ever known, but they didn't take over land, they didn't annihilate Israel, they killed, they massacred 1,200 people and kidnapped 251, which is the most horrific massacre and terrorist attack that Israel ever known and the Jewish people experienced since the Holocaust. But at the end of the day, they didn't achieve nothing, and they're willing to obviously continue and try again. We can never let it happen. All terrorists of Hamas and all affiliates, including the countries who supported them in Qatar, Egypt, and Iran, need to be held accountable. We cannot allow this to go like this, as if nothing happened. Let's just end the war. There's some people in Israel say, let's just end the war and end Hamas later, as if Hamas is so full that they would go for it. We need pressure. More pressure, more military pressure. If they're allowing themselves to say no, to reject ceasefires, I guess they're not hurting enough. I guess there's no genocide. I guess there's no starvation and all of that fucking bullshit, these lies, the propaganda that's coming out from Hamas supporters. Continue with the military operation and pressure them even further. We need more pressure from other countries. The United States is not enough. We need other countries to pressure Egypt and Qatar to pressure Hamas to let all 59 hostages go and surrender. That's the only way we can live side by side with whoever is going to eventually live in Gaza. The Gazans, the Arabs who live in Gaza, who colonized Gaza, must live. There's no other way for them. Meanwhile, the Houthis continue shooting rockets at Israel. Yesterday, another ballistic missile shot towards central of Israel. Sirens went off all of central Israel, and thankfully, with the Israeli innovation and technology, the ballistic missile was intercepted. As you can see in this video, you can see the interception. Beautiful to watch, but what a reality to live in. It's now has become almost on a daily basis that Israel will have to run for shelter. The sirens go off, people running for shelter and hoping to not get killed by ballistic missiles by the Houthis. And the Houthis are claiming that they are shooting these rockets because they stand with the brothers and sisters, the Palestinian people in Gaza. Bullshit. If you would care for them, you would have called for them to release the hostages and surrender. That's how you can end the war. That's how you can save them. But you don't really want that. What you want is to annihilate Israel because you're another proxy of Iran. You have been sent money, ammunition by Iran in order to annihilate Israel, because that's the main goal of all of these terrorist organizations. The Houthis, Hamas, Hezbollah, all they want is they don't care about their life and how they live, that they live in these in third world countries, undeveloped tents or tunnels. They devoting their lives, effort, and resources to just annihilate Israel. But thankfully, they're delusional. I mean, Israel has been the strongest nation that ever existed, and they're not going anywhere. And now we also have an amazing ambassador. The U.S. ambassador to Israel finally got to his position in Israel, and the first thing he did is he went in Jerusalem, of course, to the Western Wall, a Kotel. Let's see what he said.
And I can't think of anything I'd rather do than on the very first day hosted at this mission is to present a prayer from the President of the United States on behalf of the American people to pray for the peace of Jerusalem.
Amen.
So exciting to see. And there's a little note that was sent to him by President Donald J. Trump to the Kotel: peace for Israel. That's all we want. We want to live in peace. We don't want to take land. We don't want to kill anyone. We don't hate anyone because of the race or religion or anything of that sort. We live in peace with multiple cultures, different cultures and religions within Israel. Over 2 million Arabs. For the most part, there are Muslims, but there are many Christians as well, and other religions like Druze, and the list goes on and on. We all live in peace for the most part in Israel, and we want to continue living in peace and just do good to the world. But our enemies, the neighbors on our borders, those barbaric monsters, just want to annihilate us. We need more people to realize the reality of this conflict of decades, and that we must come to an end. We can no longer continue with this cycle of death and destruction by our enemies. It's time to choose peace. It's time to choose good against evil and light against darkness. On this Shabbat, I want to wish everyone a peaceful Shabbat. For the IDF soldiers to be safe wherever you are, complete your task, eliminate Hamas, continue to eliminate terrorists successfully, and bring our hostages home. For the 59 hostages to be rescued or released as soon as possible, and come back home even tonight to celebrate second night of Passover and Shabbat dinners as well with your families. For the Jewish nation around the world, stay strong, resilient, and proud, and remember that the Jewish nation is the strongest nation that ever existed. And we are immortal. They have tried to annihilate us from generation to generation, Chol Dor Vador. And they keep failing because they are insane. They will never succeed. We are never going anywhere. We will continue living between the Jordan River throughout Judea and Samaria to the Mediterranean Sea for eternity. Am Yisrael Chai forever. Shabbat Shalom and Chag Pesach Sameach.